Hello again. And it's Noha, of course, the Conscious Maverick, back again with some myth busting stories for conscious entrepreneurs. And today's myth is yeah, we have to talk about pricing, people. That a lower price is better, right? A lower price is better and it's easier to sell. No, it's not. Sorry to burst your bubble, but no, it's not. All right. So, regardless of at which price tag or price ticket you are selling, your effort is still the same. Right? It's just the numbers that differ. The number of people that you need to engage with is different, right? But with today's technology and automation, you can reach the same amount of people as you would for a $27 offer versus a $27,000 offer, right? So keep that in mind. Also, when it comes to this conversation around the perception of it being better that you'll charge less of a price, we must know that we have somewhere in our psyche an attachment to lack, right? Because here's the reality. The reality for you as a spiritual and cosmic being of this universe is that you are ethereal as well as boundless, right? You are endless, my love. As an energetic being, you are endless. You are infinite. And therefore, you also sit with the infinite level of abundance. You are the entire ocean in one drop, as Rumi says. Now, until such time that we can connect and truly integrate that understanding, that we are truly that abundant because it's our God given right and because we are the walking manifestations of the universe itself. We are God's spark, right? So when we truly get to integrate that we are in fact abundant as fuck, then we get to see abundance everywhere in the world. We get to meet with abundance everywhere. We get to experience abundance. Now, does abundance always mean money? No. It means the wealth of experience. It means the depth of conversation. It means the height of a conscious, loving relationship. It means all of those things. And each and every one of those things is abundance. And so is money too. Money is an energetic experience. And when you are choosing to charge less because, oh, I shouldn't charge more, that is something that we need to question ourselves about. Why shouldn't you? Who says you shouldn't? What is it that you're afraid of? Right? So it does require us to unpack it a little bit. But the assumption or the myth that assuming that if I charge a lower price that is going to be better, I'm going to have more people, it's erroneous, my love. Erroneous. Why? Because go and look at the amount of effort that you've put in for a $27 offer versus you putting in for a $2,700 offer. I have done both, and I can tell you that the amount of effort that I've put in to put that to market has been exactly the same. So my output was exactly the same. So why shouldn't I be charging a higher fee? There's also a massive assumption that when it is cheaper, more people are going to buy. I'm going to tell you now that that is utter crock of shit. Why? Because there's a lot of people out there, including some of you and myself, may perceive that when something is cheap, it's probably not that worth it. When something is too cheap, it's probably not that good. If something is that cheap, then it probably doesn't have a high level of quality. So if you and I both know or both assume that and have those beliefs floating in our minds, it stands to reason that when you put out an offer that is so jam-packed, yet you are charging $270 instead of $12,000, for example, don't you think people are going to raise an eyebrow and say, I don't trust her, right? When you are starting to price your services in alignment to the full worth of what you are and what you can give, then then people are buying. The other time that people are also buying is when you are standing in your full worth and your full value. People cannot buy from you when you are not in your full value. You have to know your worth. You have to know your value. You must be able to embody that. And there is no end to what that number is. There is no end. And there are two ways, of course, well, two ways or three. You can use one or the other or a hybrid of the two. But you can choose to do one to many in a a sales offering perspective. So in other words, you have a lower price tag and you have a higher amount of people signing up, or you can have a higher price tag with a lesser amount of people. So for example, a mastermind generally would work where you take on 10 to 10 people or 8 to 10 people, and there's a 10, 20, $30,000 price tag to that, right? It's an intimate, you're getting more of the coach's time, blah blah blah. Maybe then for a online program, you're paying $47 or $97, for example. You may not be getting the coach's time, but you may just be getting their content. You might be getting, their videos or access to a group where you could be asking questions and so on, right? So it really depends on which side you want to be in. However, as I said, the third option is that you can do hybrid. You could do both, right? You could have sometimes you have a lower fee offer and other times you have a higher fee offer, or you can have both at the same time, right? But it is an absolute and utter myth to assume that cheaper is better. I have found over and over that the cheaper I went, because I could feel and know in my authentic bones that I was undercutting my own value, I failed. I never sold anything. All right, that's it for me. Thank you for joining me, and I do appreciate your time. Cheers for now. Bye bye.